COVID-19. The Labor Department will start processing payments in October. Today marked day one of Oahu's new restrictions or revised restrictions for parks, beaches, and hiking trails. They're all open for the first time in more than a month, but only for solo activities. No groups of any size are allowed, and that includes families, even those with young children.
I can see it both ways. He's trying to stop like the spread and stuff like that, but one little boy cannot come to the beach by himself. Like, somebody got to be right there with him.
It would be nice though if they did amend the order, because going by yourself, kind of risky, just in general.
Under the rules, things like playgrounds, pools, and play courts are still closed. Anyone caught violating the order could face fines or even jail time. Department of Health whistleblower Dr. Jennifer Smith is speaking out again, saying she was forced to leave her work earlier this month. Sarah Madison follows up.
Dr. Jennifer Smith says from the beginning the health department was understaffed and unable to fulfill its role in ensuring public safety. She says opportunities have been missed to stop the virus in its tracks.
I made the decision to step forward because I knew no one else would.
Smith says she is currently on paid leave based on allegations of making a comment that was interpreted as a threat. Smith says the only thing she's ever threatened was the toxic management culture.
It's a very stay in your lane, stay in your box kind of environment. So when I'm a subject matter expert, and when I try to give suggestions or give information, people would be very condescending, berate.
Smith is hoping the health department gets the resources necessary so that leadership can make informed decisions and policies, because she says there's a lag in information.
Right now we're working on data that is actually far behind where we currently actually are in real time. There are so many cases that haven't even been contacted. There's probably a few thousand people who we've never even interviewed, we've not gotten any information for. Yeah, that's very troubling.
A health department spokeswoman says the number of active staff working on contact tracing this week is 226 across the state. In a statement, the Department of Health does not provide information on alleged personnel issues. Senator Donovan Dela Cruz, the Senate Special Committee on COVID-19 chair, tells us he's hopeful for change.
We're hopeful with Dr. Nippy Char getting involved and taking the helm of the Department of Health that we're going to see cultural changes so that there's a lot of better work environment, there's a lot more proactive planning. I think right now there previously was a lot of frustration.
Sarah Madison, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Honolulu police are investigating two violent robberies yesterday. Both happened in broad daylight, and in one, two men pretended to be police officers. Nikki Schenfeld spoke with officials and has more on how to keep you and your family safe.
Two violent robberies just hours apart in broad daylight. According to HPD, two men impersonating to be police officers entered a 77-year-old Kailua woman's home around 10 a.m. Wednesday, allegedly restrained her and took off with money and jewelry. A few hours later, around 2 p.m., police say a man showed a gun and demanded money from an 85-year-old woman in Hawaii Kai. The male and female seen in that incident took off. The founder of the Facebook page Stolen Stuff Hawaii says he's seen an uptick in crime-related posts recently.
I would have to say that we've noticed an increase. There seems to be more people out there that are desperate. There's more unemployed people who haven't even been able to get unemployment, and because of that, I think there's an increase.
He says he's seen more posts about car thefts, burglaries, car break-ins, and robberies. Police have some safety tips you can keep in mind.
With this whole COVID pandemic, if anything, we need to have our guards more up. We need to be more vigilant in a sense where nowadays, you're seeing a lot of these people covered up with masks.
Sergeant Kim says it's not uncommon for police officers or detectives in uniform or in plain clothes to show up at your door.
They go out there and canvass and look for witnesses or surveillance videos. With that said, you know, if you ever put in that position where someone is knocking on your door and they don't look like they're attired in proper HPD or police uniform, go ahead and call 911 and let them know what's going on and ask for a uniform officer to respond.
He says if there's a knock at the door, don't be too quick to open the door. Check the peephole or a window and ask questions.
They're going to target people that seem vulnerable, maybe the elderly or someone who's just oblivious or not paying attention to the surroundings.
He also suggests buying security cameras, having a gate around your home, or a dog for added protection.
Don't be under this false pretense that you're safe because, you know, you're at home. Because as we can see, people do fall victim to crime, even in their own homes.
If anyone has any information on the robberies, call 911. Nikki Schoenfeld, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.